Hello everybody, I'm Ben and welcome to Break the Game. Today we're taking a look at Hydroneer, which actually just had a new update as of May the 8th. This update is actually a complete reworking of the game. If you want to buy it, there'll be a link in the video description to the Steam page, and for the next week it's actually 30% off. Let's see what this new update is all about and jump straight into a new game. This is where we start on this little patch of dirt right here with a few basic things, like a shovel right here and a lamp here as well that we can take around with us. We also get a couple of buckets and a brush. So what is this all about? Well, you can use your shovel to dig up some dirt and put it in the little bucket right here. Then you can tip this little bucket up to put the dirt into the bigger bucket and put this underwater so that it gets flooded. At this stage, you can take it out and drop it on the floor somewhere. I actually didn't mean to put it in that hole. That is excellent. Then grab your trusty brush and scrub away until you get some of these things. So we got here some gold ore and also some iron ore and looks like another gold ore and another gold ore. You can then pick up this pan with all of the ore in them and run them up to the shop, just up this big hill right here, and we get to the jewelers. When we get here, we can go and put this down on the table right here, and you can see we can sell all of this for 29 by clicking this button. And we're rich with 29 coins. Yay! That can go back in our bucket and we can take it home with us. And when you have enough coins, you can come into the shop like this one right here and buy different things within that shop. So if we wanted to buy my first fishing pole, we'd pick it up, come over to the table right here, put the coins in there and buy it. Now obviously at the moment we don't have any coins, so we can't buy this, but let's test out a few previous bugs. So you used to be able to just pick the fishing rod up and walk out with it, believe it or not. That used to be a thing. Now that doesn't work so much. I love the sound effect it makes when you try to steal something from the shop. It sounds like the shopkeeper has kicked me in the gentleman's sack as punishment for trying to steal. Okay, so another thing that used to be able to work is we could run like this and just throw this out here. That doesn't work anymore either. And I just want to double check that we can't like jump out here with it. Guessing we can't throw it out here either. And the final thing to check is if we get in this thing right here, can we reverse this back up to the shop and just chuck things in there? So if I grab this cork and try to just throw it into the van, no, that no longer works either. Damn, are you telling me I have to actually make money legit this time around? Well, I just spent ages trying just about every exploit I could possibly think of, and I'm pretty sure they fixed all the bugs in the game, which annoyingly means we're actually gonna have to play this game legit. So I guess I have to start by doing a little bit of dirt digging and panning for materials. I spent some time digging this hole right here, and this right here is the fruit of our labor. So I'm gonna take this bucket up to the shop and see how much we can sell this for. Okay, so we chuck this down here and 661 coins. It's not terrible, but it's a little bit slow compared to what I'd like. So I think I've got to find a quicker way to make money in this game. As we approach another night time, I decided I'm gonna buy a bed and sleep through this night. So the only question now is, where do we put our bed? I love that we can just put it here on the side of these rocks, not even like holding on to anything. What a peaceful night's sleep you'd get here. Ah, there we go. A nice refreshing night's sleep in our comfy bed. I haven't found any ways we can exploit this game just yet, so I think we might have to play it legit, for now at least. So I'm going to get myself a fishing pole. One fishing pole, please. Thanking you. And let's go and do a little bit of fishing. So fishing's pretty easy. All we do is chuck our rod in the water and we wait for this thing to bob. And when it does bob, you have to be pretty lively on the left click to reel in your fish. Bob. And there we go. It bobbed and we got a fish. Our first fish. We caught ourselves a mackerel, as you can see in the bottom left, and it says that it is best served on toast. However, what I really want to do is take it up to the jeweler and see how much we can sell one fish for. Okay, that definitely is obeying physics right there. The fish is just stood on its head. We get 9 coins for one fish. We're going to need a few more fish. After a fair bit more fishing, we managed to get this many fishes. So let's take this up to the jeweler and see what we can sell it for. Okay, I'm just going to ram my cart into this table here and see if this works. Looks like it does, and looks like we're getting about 500 or something. Let's get off here and okay, maybe it's not quite working. Let's reposition. Okay, there we go. 364 if we sell right now. That's almost all the fish. Let's push this on a bit more. All right, all the fishes are now sold, and we managed to make 364 plus, what is this? 157. So that totals 521, which isn't terrible, but it's also a lot of work and a lot of effort for not much reward. So I'm going to start trying to explore the shops instead and see if we can make money that way. Okay, I found quite an interesting exploit in this shop right here. If we grab a concrete floor and we just put it down on the floor like this, then we go ahead and save and return to the main menu before reloading our game. When we load back in, the concrete floor is still here. Now, if I pick this up and try to just run out the shop with it, you'll see it doesn't work. But this did give me an idea. You see, of all the items in this shop, and I did try every single item in this shop, the concrete floor was the only one that remained after I dropped it. Therefore, I figured maybe we could do something with this, and I did find a little exploit. Let me show you. So if we grab a concrete floor and place it over here like we're going to buy it, then it will say that it's going to cost us 5 to buy it. Then we add a second one, and of course it's going to say it costs 10 to buy it. But now if we do the relog trick, when I log back in, it says only 5 coins to buy the 2 of them. And if we see in here, I've got 521 coins. If I buy this, I now have left 516. So it did indeed only cost 5. And you'll see when I pick these up and run out with them, and I can place them down in the world and go get the other one, they both work. So we just got 2 blocks here for the price of 1. Now this is interesting and fun, but there is a slight problem with it. To explain this problem, I'm going to have to throw my concrete blocks onto our trusty truck. All aboard. And now we're going to drive ourselves down to Bridgeport. Heading to Bridgeport, more like a poor bridge. So in Bridgeport, we have this thing, which is the scrapyard. And if we grab our items, in this case, the concrete blocks, and we go ahead and chuck them over on top of this metal grate thing over here, then when they're both on, we go up here and we push this button here, then fire happens. And also we get this pathetic looking little cube. This is scrap metal and it can be sold at the jewelers. Conveniently, Bridgeport does indeed have its own jewelers, but when we go ahead and chuck this down on here, like that, you can see we can sell it for 3. So those 2 concrete blocks we bought for 5, but we're only getting 3 back. Now this, of course, is not going to make us any profit. However, Bridgeport has a lot of other shops, like this one right here, Nation, where you can buy things like conveyor belts, as you can see here, and dirt processors and things like that. It also has this furniture store where you can buy a wide range of different furniture items. And interestingly, up here we have this Powerworks store. And the reason I'm interested in this is because it sells nukes, which are 26,000 coins each. Now, I haven't seen anything that sells for that much money in the game yet, so I'm led to believe that that is the most expensive item in the game. And if there was a way we could get multiple nukes at once and then melt them down, I'm sure we can make a lot of money. So this led to an idea, and that is, if that is the most expensive item in this particular shop, what is the cheapest item in this shop? And it's this thing right here, the logic straight cable for 84 coins. So I'm going to go get 84 coins and try something out. What is this now? Is my truck broken down? I literally think my truck has broken down. I guess we're running the rest of this journey. I believe there are ways you can repair things in the game, and perhaps I'll take a look at that later, but for now I have money on my mind. Now that we're back at our first shop, what we're going to do is grab our money, so we got 500 coins here, and go back up to Bridgeport. Hey guys, what do you call an engineer that falls into the water? A Hydroneer. Oh yeah. I went there. So now we're back at the power shop, but this time we have money in our hand and we have a plan. So let's chuck our money in there straight away, like this. And what I'm hoping is if we grab this here, the cheap thing, the logic straight cable for 84, and we chuck that down there, then we go and grab a nuke and we go and drop that down there and hope it doesn't explode. So now it's saying 26,000 and change, but let's see what happens when we relog. No, it doesn't work. The nuke disappeared. Oh, wait. Is that because I reckon if we chuck this stuff on the floor, yeah, this is just stuff that would disappear anyway, right? Okay, just relogged again and can confirm that's why it didn't work, because it has to be items like the concrete that don't disappear. Well, just because that didn't work, there's no need to throw the baby out with the bathwater here. You see, I think all we need to do is find items in the game that don't disappear. So let's try the furniture store, because I noticed before that these thrones here sell for 14,500 coins. That's quite a lot. So let's place these down here and see whether or not when we relog they disappear. And while we're at it, let's just chuck a load of other stuff down on the floor as well here, make a really nice mess and see what stays and what disappears. One glorious mess, and now it's time to relog. Oh, this is what I like to see, guys. I think just about everything here is still here, so this gives me an awesome idea. Okay, here's what I'm hoping. The cheapest thing I could find in here was this planter box for 78. So if I go ahead and drop that down there like I want to buy it, then I add the throne. I'm hoping because I did the planter box first, that'll be what registers. So let's do a quick relog and see if that 14.5 changes. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this. The price is 78. Now, the moment of truth. Here's our coins. Let's click that. And indeed, yes, 78 have gone off. Now, did we get this throne? It works. I actually think it works. Yes, it does. Okay, the throne is officially there, guys. Let's also go and grab this plant thing right here. And let's take them through to the scrapyard. Place you down on there and you down over here. Then we go up here and press this button once again. Magical fire stuff happens and we get this little cube. So the moment of truth is, guys, how much can we sell this cube for? Now, bear in mind, we only paid 78 coins for this cube. So anything above that is pure profit and pure shoplifting. And the price is, oh my goodness. Wow. So we're making over 3,500 profit. Wait, yes, I've actually, oh my goodness. Okay. Well, this definitely gives me an idea. How many of these would it take for me to become a millionaire? Now, in order to do this en masse, I think we're going to need to get our truck back up here. So I'm going to go into the tool shop here and see if we can find something that we can repair our truck with. The spanner looks like it would be the fellow. So let's shut the spanner down over there. It wants 53 coins and we are basically millionaires already. At least it feels that way. So let's buy this and see if we can repair repair our truck with this? Well, it doesn't seem that there's actually any way that my trusty spanner is repairing this truck, which means the spanner I just bought is actually totally useless. Yes, I know I stole all my money to buy you, but I still didn't want to waste money on you. Now, after some Googling, apparently the truck needs water, which I don't know if that's going to work or not, but let's find out. I read there was a tank on top that needs to have water poured into it, and I'm guessing this is it, so let's try that. It actually does work, although it just banged into that bucket. Okay, this now works again, so apparently spanners don't fix trucks, guys. Water does. How stupid of me. After looking around the different shops for a while, I saw that in this housing shop right here, you can buy these things, pallets, and it says there, drop items on to lock to the pallet, used for moving or purchasing multiple items easily. So I'm going to buy one of these because this could really help us to speed up our production of shoplifting. So if I place the pallet down here, hopefully I can now go and buy these thrones and stack them on the pallet. And each time I buy myself one of these thrones, I just go ahead and stack it up here. You know what, guys? I got really fed up paying 78 coins for a planter box and getting a 14,500 coin throne. So what I did is just left the same planter box on there after the first purchase, went ahead and placed the throne back down, and you'll see it says 14,500. So it doesn't think that we're actually being charged for the planter box. This must be because we've technically already bought the planter box, but here's what happens now when I relog. That's right, guys. You read it correctly. 0 coins to buy the throne. So we just click this button right here and some coin like animation happens, but no money is taken. Now I grab the throne and we can walk out with it and we own the throne. So we just saved ourselves 78 coins a time and we're now getting thrones for free. Now it looks like we're only going to be able to get 4 thrones on a pallet at a time, but can we get a 5th one on? The answer is technically yes, but I think from now on I'll just do 4 at a time because it took quite a long time to get this up there and it's probably not worth it. If you're enjoying this video, please do consider liking and subscribing for more. You can also check out my main YouTube channel and my Twitch, as well as my Patreon, which helps to fund me doing more videos just like this. All those links are down in the description. Now I just use my manly muscles to pick up this pallet with 5 thrones on it. Oh my goodness, I can't see where I'm going. Okay, let's line ourselves up. We need to be going about that way. Come here, pallets. And I can kind of see the scrapyard. Okay, I got the thrones there or thereabouts, but I have to say it took quite a long time to do that. So then it got me thinking that actually all I really need to do is stack the thrones up on here, not on the pallet as such. So from now on, I think I'll run them over one at a time so I can actually see where I'm going. And this was pretty much useless. Okay, let me take you through a full process. We grab a throne here, we chuck it on here, and it says this is the amount. Then we go escape, save, and return to main menu. Then we just hit continue. Now it says 0. We have to click this button first, pick the throne up, and then run it over here. But with the pallet, we couldn't see where we're going, and we move slower. So all up, I do think this is more efficient. Then we just chuck the throne onto the pile like this, and sometimes I miss. And once this is full up, I'll go ahead and burn it all into a cube, which I'll then chuck on the back of here. And once we have enough cubes, I'll run them all up to the jewelers, and we'll see how much money we can make. Well, that took a long time, but if my calculations are correct, then all of the cubes that we have in here will total over $1 million. Now, these cubes don't all look like they're perfectly in the back of this truck, but I can assure you they are. If we drive off here, you can see they do stay in the truck. So I'm just going to drive this up outside of the jeweler and then take each one of these cubes and drop it onto the sell table. And as you can see, each one of these cubes is worth 36,250 coins. So let's load them all up and see how much they're worth. All of the scrap metal cubes are now gone. They are all over on here. And as you can see, guys, we are now millionaires. With this much money in the game, we can pretty much now do anything we want to do. So I would say our endeavor to break the game has been successful. Now, here's the moment I've been waiting for. Let's sell all of this and pick up I'm carrying 1 million coins in my hand. I'm a millionaire and I can fit it all in the palm of my hand. Let's chuck it back on the truck over. Oh, look, there was one in the corner that I missed. You know what? We're more than millionaires. Let's put this one back down here. Aha, 36,250. We definitely need that much extra. Now, I think if I center these 2 coin piles, I can get them to combine. Let's see. Doesn't seem to be working. What if I put them both in the bucket? Ah, there we go. So there's our total, guys. 1,116,500 coins. Now, like anyone who just recently came into $1 million, there is one thing that I want to do, and that is head over to Hobson's Power Works and buy myself a mini nuke. Careful now, but I'm pretty sure to detonate the nuke we actually need to get one of these things, a logic button, so that we can detonate it. So let's chuck that in there too and check out 26,084. Honestly, that's nothing to us now. Now I'm going to bring my truck down here, load all this good stuff in, and let's go blow stuff up. And during this moment of excitement, our truck has gone and broke down again. It's actually just rolling down the hill. So here's I have to go and buy a bucket from somewhere, fill it with water, and repair my truck. Grab my million coins to go and buy a bucket with. Boy, I hope I have enough. Now, if I was a bucket, where would I be? Tools and equipment sounds like the shop for me. Yet upon entry, no bucket do I see. Okay, seriously, why are there no buckets in this store? Literally was looking right at a bucket as I said that, which is quite embarrassing. Now I just need to buy a bucket worth 4 coins with 1 million coins. That'll be $4, please, sir. Yeah, sure. Can you change 1 million? Well, at least I have my bucket now. So we'll fill our bucket up with water the way everyone does in real life, which is to chuck it into the water. Ah, there it is. I can't see it, but I can see the outline. Now we just jump up on our truck, aim very well, and pour it in. Oh dear, I missed. You know how YouTubers sometimes do things on purpose to be funny? That honestly was one of those moments. I'm just actually a Muppet. Okay, that looks like it's definitely in, right? Yes, success. Okay, bucket, you now live in here. And once again, we repaired our truck using water. We have thirsty trucks in Hydroneer. Maybe that's the point. It's Hydroneer, so water is just the answer to everything. Now to go ahead and just chuck a nuke in the back of our truck, and of course this thing to detonate it, and let's drive this home. Should probably drive pretty carefully on my way home, seeing as I have a nuclear bomb in my boot. 6 seconds later. So literally a few seconds later, this happened. Well, it looks like we're okay. That was a little bit scary. In real life, that would be terrifying. Now, is this... Look, there's actually a ramp here. You know what? This must happen to people all the time. Why else would they put a ramp here if people didn't do this? Okay, one slight detour later and we're almost home. I love how the description of the nuke in the bottom left just says, may cause extreme annihilation and loss of life. You don't say. Okay, so looks like if I left click, I can place this down. Looks like that's ready. Now let's get our detonator. Now, I don't know how big of an area this is going to destroy, but I am moving my million coins quite far away because there is no chance I want to risk losing this. You go in here for safekeeping and you not just be really safe, let's chuck that on top. That's definitely going to keep my money safe while that nuke explodes. How do I attach the detonator? Do I just left click and does it want to just come onto there? Okay, my detonator seems to have disappeared. I tried to place it onto the nuke and it's just gone. Well, I guess we're going to need to buy another detonator then. Just need to head over to my bank and make a quick withdrawal for 1 million coins so we can put it in the truck and go buy another detonator. Okay, seriously, I must be doing something wrong because my truck is out of water again. That doesn't seem right. Anyway, now's not the time to question that. Let's get to the closest source of water and fill it back up. Okay, I'm determined to pour the water into this thing correctly the first time this time around. So this is a bit of a problem as I don't seem able to jump on top of this given the angle that it's broke down at. So if I get in you, can we move a little bit? Okay, the tires are moving. There we go. Let's roll this down to a flat bit. Okay, is this flat enough? Let's check it out. Maybe if I jump up from the side. Yes, here we go. Okay, that dot is pretty central in there, so we did it first time. I'm definitely getting better at this game. And we're on our way once again. Honestly, I'm so bad at driving this truck, it probably would have been quicker to have just run here. But nonetheless, we are now about here at the good old drive-through nuclear bomb store. Thank you for visiting the nuclear bomb drive-through. Have a nice day. So let's grab a couple of these detonators this time. I'm calling them detonators. They say logic buttons, but I think it'll work. It says there, outputs a logic value of 1. Click symbol to change. Maybe it'll work. Either way, we're buying 3 because if I mess up again, I don't want to have to come all the way back here. And since we're millionaires, these things are pretty cheap to us. On the road again. Road again. Okay, this is beyond a joke. My truck has broke down once again. I don't know if this is a bug or if I'm just doing something atrociously wrong to my truck. Either way, it is going through a lot of water. I'm trying to find some water nearby, but there's no water around here. Man, this is a lot of effort just to detonate a nuke. You'd think that with my $1 million, I'd be able to pay someone to do all this for me. Oh my god, I missed again. It actually took me ages to find any water nearby and then to get back here, so I'm really annoyed at myself for missing there. Hydroneer, more like hydro far. I ran in a different direction this time to try and get my water, and I am hugely regretting this, as it seems like the water this way was actually much further away. Oh, you're kidding me. I thought I was about to get to the ocean, but this is the world border. I can't even get to it. Oh well, I guess it's not the end of the world. Bridge pour. 2 words that indicate there's water nearby, and yet I can't find any. Aha, water. Yes. Well, well, well. Can we get water out of you? No, I guess you're just for show. Well, that's all well and good, but we actually need some water, so let's head home. So many water jokes in this episode. I bet you guys are like, H2, oh no, he didn't. Okay, I actually upset myself with that one. I'm gonna stop now. Don't miss, don't miss, don't miss, don't miss, don't miss, don't miss. Oh, come on! Okay, guys, I swear to you on everything I hold dear to me, I am not doing this on purpose. To me, right, seriously, go back and watch it if you don't believe me. That little dot was right in the middle of that tray, okay? The game is literally just stitching me up at this point. Like, surely when the dot is right in the middle of something, it should pour right into the middle of that something. Maybe this is just the dad joke karma coming back to haunt me for telling you guys so many terrible jokes in this episode. So, welcome back to Man Refills Truck with Water Simulator, and we're going to try this time to aim a bit more off-center that way, so I feel like I'm missing the other way. Success! It is in there! I love how I'm a millionaire, and yet this is still my bed. Not only is it a terrible bed, but just the worst location in the world. But hey, I guess that means I'm a millionaire who's down to earth. Or in the case of this bed, maybe not down to earth, but still rather humble. Let me have a Google on how to actually blow up a nuke. Okay, so I think we have to buy some of these things, these cables, in order to connect them up to the nuke to detonate it. So now if I connect all of this up just like this, we have to rotate the nuke this way, I believe. So now when it's like that and everything's set up correctly, if we look at this button right here and we hit it, oh boy, there it is, guys. There is the nuke. That looks awesome. Oh, and look at this. We actually get some scrap metal in these holes as well. Okay, so there's actually a few pieces of scrap metal here. I want to load those back up to the old trusty truck up there, and let's go see how much we can sell these for. Let's chuck the first one on and see what it's worth. 4. Is that all? Oh man, I was thinking because it's a nuke, maybe it's going to make some sort of special like thing. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so technically we did get more than 4 all up. We got 13. Still worth 1. Does that just stay there forever? So we literally can just keep clicking this button for as many times as we want to get money. Okay, let's do some calculations here. We have 0 coins in here right now, so I'm going to time how long it takes me to get 10 coins by setting this same thing over and over. Okay, there we go. We have 10 coins, and that took about 8 seconds. The reason it's not faster is if you just spam click like this, then you end up with a load of different piles of 1s and 2s and things, and that would take forever to then amalgamate that into one pile if you did this on a large scale. Well, I just run some calculations, and it turns out that if you were willing to do this for 9¼ days without stopping to go to the toilet or to eat or drink or anything like that, this is another way you could become a millionaire. I do not recommend this, guys. Don't do it. So if detonating 1 nuke was fun, then I wonder how fun it would be to detonate like 20 of them. There's only one way to find out. Sure, this looks totally safe. Just 20 nuclear bombs loaded onto the back of a truck. Now to buy a few cables so we can detonate all of those nukes simultaneously. By the way, I forgot to mention, this is what our character looks like. He just looks like the most unwell person I've ever seen. Look at that skin tone. However, with boxer shorts like that, this guy is clearly ready for work. There's nothing better than an array of nuclear bombs in the morning. And that spanner that was no help to us earlier, well, I think we can safely say that we're about to get our payback. So there's 21 nuclear bombs here, 10 in this row, 10 in this row, and this one over here that's going to kill the spanner. Now, all of these bombs are connected up via cables, apart from this one right here as a little bit of a test to see whether these exploding will cause this to explode, which I think it will. These cables then run all the way down here to the lever of doom, which I haven't got set up correctly just yet because I didn't want any accidents. So I guess it's time to detonate these 20 nuclear bombs and see what happens and how the game deals with it. This was the crater that was formed by our first nuclear bomb, so let's see what this one does. Set that to active, and here we go. Alright, that looks super cool, I have to say. And there we have it. The mushroom cloud remains. Let's see what damage we did here. Oh, wow. We have tons of these little cube things and a gigantic crater now. Some of our cables actually somehow managed to survive, so we could do this again, which is quite funny. And I can safely say the nuclear bomb that was on its own with a spanner on top of it did indeed detonate, and the spanner has completely disappeared. Payback complete. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I certainly enjoyed making it. If you did, then please do consider liking and subscribing for more.